Hello, and welcome back. These days, the wind is, I feel, the leitmotif of my life. But I'm content because yesterday it rained and everything got a good water soaking, so I don't have to start the drip irrigation just yet. So many exciting things are happening. Next week I'll have a team coming to fix up our ugly fence in the back, which is so exciting and will make me so much more planting space and give me a more polished and finished look to that side of our yard. So today, just because it rained last night, I thought just come out and rearrange a few things in my shade garden, just because it's a little bit more protected from the wind in between the houses. And I got myself a few absolutely gorgeous shrubs for shade, so I want to get started and the ball rolling in this corner of my yard. So let me take you around to explain exactly what I want to do. So what I want to do is just give it a good clean. And here last year I had a big ceramic container. The only issue with the ceramic container is during the winter I was afraid it can crack. So what I did, I moved it into my garage. And I thought for this year, just to be a bit smarter, to put a plastic container and maybe get a taller one. So let me show you what I got. I got this beauty, which is about 52 centimeters in height. Oh, I just want to show you how much rain we had. That is kind of it. That's how much rain we had. But I think it was more than enough for everyone to feel a little bit refreshed. The first step in this tidying up situation will be for me to cut as much of the grass on this side, because there are patches where it's really long. We have a slope. Let me show you the slope like this, and it's not that easy to cut the grass. This is the main reason why I wanted to make flower beds and leave as little grass as possible, just to be easier to maintain. I'll cut as much as I can until I get totally frozen down because when it's really windy, the wind can get to you and can really discourage you from working. In the meantime, I prepared some chicken with potatoes and put them in the oven, just to give me half an hour to an hour of time to tidy things up over here. It's a new day. The team came to fix up our fence, and just because the weather is so much nicer, I thought to take care of this corner. Let me run you down through all the plants that I prepared, and let's get planting. And I have a little helper with me today, and here I have some violas. A lot of pansies, but a few violas as well. These particular ones self-seeded. You can see I have a lot of different colors inside. Some are darker, some are bluish, some are quite light purple, I had this spot in a garden bed where I had a bunch of violas last spring, and what happened as they went to seed, they just found a fertile soil to grow in. Then I have a lot of pansies. I have a fern that's looking a little bit rough just because I didn't water it properly. The timekeeper's front, Anisocampium. Let's see how this one does here for me. I have here Pieris Japonica that's also variegated, and I thought this will tie very nicely in with the Rhododendron over there. I will plant them a few meters apart and put some darker green in between them. I liked this one just because of the pink flowers. They are also a little bit variegated, and look at that shape. They are so very cute. They look a little bit like lilies of the valley, and they don't smell at all. This variety is called Ralto Rose, and it's made by Floraself. This is a company based in the Netherlands. Now, on to the next showstoppers I chose for this corner. I chose two Acers, just because I didn't know which of the two colors will be best with my color scheme. And I also found them at a great price, so I just went for it. The first Acer, Japanese maple, is an Acer palmatum dissectum. Now, this one does not have a brand name, because Acer palmatum, it just means it's an Acer with palm shaped leaves, and the dissectum part means it's a laced leaf. Compared to the other one, you can see the difference in shape. So this one is a laced leaf, and this is a regular Acer palmatum. It has like corners like a finger, the fingers on a palm. That's why they are called palmatum. This one is green, and it has little fruits. Is that flower buds? I think it's flower buds, and they are red, pinkish red. And in my experience with yellow and light green varieties, I think they do better in shade, just because I had a weeping one, and in the sun. Now it's not leafed out just yet, but I had this in a full sun position, and it just burned really easily, and it looked rough. Mid-May it was just dying, so I moved that one over here in the shade garden. And I thought to myself, just to mirror that beautiful color of yellow, to bring something lighter in color on this left side as well. The other one I chose, this one is branded. It's called Orange Dream, Acer palmatum Orange Dream. This will turn in autumn a little bit of yellow and very orange, burnt red colors. This one will also turn yellow and then very beautiful autumn color with orange on their leaves. What else? I picked a Heuchera. This one is called, it also doesn't have a name, it's just Heuchera from Indian Summer, and it says it's red. So the idea with us Europeans is we don't have such a strong branding game. Micro Rhododendron. It's coming from a company named Bloom Books. The variety name INKARHO. It's a Rhododendron micranthum. Um, like any other rhododendron, I expect this to like an Acer well-drained soil. It will bloom in pink, and I just liked the dark leaf color. I chose a darker foliage just to contrast my Pieris, which is variegated. This is the Pieris I was talking about, which is variegated and very light in color. It's a very light green. I also picked some Heuchera. This one is called Gold Child. It's from Flora Self. And the edges of the leaves are yellowish. I liked the color, and I thought I for sure will find a place for it. Now that I showed you everything that I prepared, I also need to go grab some towels just to clean the outside of my container. We had quite a bit of rain for the past couple of days, and it's gotten quite dirty. I also brought another bigger stone just because I was thinking if I might have to move this one more to the front or just add another one and allow for water to drain through both of their cracks. And I decided I'll bring just another hop. I'll bring another one. So with everything in place, I'll set up the camera and start working. Finally happy with how the container is staying. It's not quite perfectly straight. We're also on a slope. So if I take a look from here, looks straight. I also don't think the fence is quite straight. I still have a lot of space here, and I can't put soil because it will wash out into my neighbor's yard. So I'll have to bring another stone over there. This one is too small. Let me bring a bigger one. And I'm debating if I should make like a step so the next container is taller, and maybe I put a third one over here. That will be to be seen, remaining to be seen. Now let's drill some holes into the pot and place it in its final place. I'm pretty much emptying all my soil bags, and I'll show you a little bit the texture difference between regular compost and acidic soil, especially made for rhododendrons and azaleas. So the acidic soil, it's lighter, allows for drainage to go through much easier, while compost, you can see, is darker in color and feels a little bit more compact. What I will do, I put a bag of compost, and now I'm adding a bag of acidic soil, and I'll try to mix them a little bit texture is a blend of both compost and ericaceous soil, and I added the acidic soil just because both the maple and the Pieris Japonica like the soil to be slightly acidic, neutral to slightly acidic. Now the fun part begins. Let's see which of the two maples looks best in this spot. I liked this one just because of its color. I find this color very elegant and smooth and subdued. Let me take a look from farther away. And I liked the other one. Because of its multi-trunk shape and color, and because this is a shade spot, I feel yellows and chartreuse greens make things lighter and appear more luminous. I'm pretty certain I choose this Japanese maple just because of its vase shape and the color. I feel it pops much more on the black drop background. It's called Acer Orange Dream. Just a few specs on it. It's fully hardy zones 5 to 8. Should be hardy to -15 Celsius degrees. We never get to -15. The coldest we had was -12, and it was just 1 or 2 nights. Now let's put some other plants around it just to see how we mix and match things. I'm thinking we put the Pieris a little bit on the upper part. Is it too crowded? I think it's too much to put this here, because this is also variegated, that's also variegated. I'm thinking I can pop some pansies just for some extra color. And the idea is, as the maple grows and needs more and more soil and room in this pot, I can take out both the Pieris and the Rhododendron and rearrange them in the border just to mix things up. So this is a perennial container that I think can look quite nice for at least 2-3 years. Look all around. Again, what I will try to do is to take out the plants from their pots and just place the pots inside, so I can store the soil all around as tightly as possible. I found this method to be very easy to maneuver. You can also see the height to which you're planting the pots, to not plant things too high or too low. Oh, that was fast. Worry too much about soil getting inside my pots, just because as I fix the soil inside and in between the pots, I can use that soil that fell into the pots. So the coming out. So this is where the pots are inside, tightly packed in, and that's after I took the pot out. You guys, I did not trust this method until I tried it. And now when I put the maple in, it's just fitting perfectly. Now let's see which side is looking better. Wiggling. So here, because I planted the rhododendron slightly at an angle, just to go outside the pot, a bit of its roots are exposed. So what I will do is just come and add some more soil. But I'm thinking just to add some pansies as well. I feel this color, these are violas, and I feel they might be too striking. On the other hand, the purple ones might be too matchy. Let's see. What if I were to put some yellow? Let's see with yellow. I feel it's too... So, in my opinion, the yellow is too much of a contrast to the red from the Heuchera, and this one just blends in too much. So I will go with purple, just because the Heuchera also has a little bit of darker shades inside. Also the leaves tips have a little purple, and I feel it complements well the Japonica, Pieris Japonica. What if we put these darker here and maybe the lighter one over here, just because I have two very dark shades, and maybe one more on this other side. You cannot see it from here, but if you come from the other side, so one over there, and I think we are set. There is a little bit of space in this area, but I don't mind it. That's kind of it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, spending time with me. I really hope you had a great time. I hope planting this container inspired you and motivates you to go out in the garden and, you know, spend some time outside. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.